Welcome to Barbara's Bulletin, the podcast where we dive into the most interesting and thought-provoking stories of the day. I'm your host, Barbara, and I'm excited to share today's top news with you. As we celebrate the 250th anniversary of the founding of the United States, we're taking a closer look at one of the most iconic pieces of American literature, the Battle Hymn of the Republic. This powerful poem, written by Julia Ward Howe in 1862, has become an unofficial national anthem, transcending time and space to inspire generations of Americans. The story behind the poem is fascinating. Howe wrote it in just one night at the Willard Hotel in Washington, D.C., and it was published in the Atlantic magazine without her byline, as was the custom at the time. Despite its humble beginnings, the Battle Hymn has gone on to become a beloved American classic, symbolizing the country's struggle for freedom and justice. But what does the Battle Hymn say about America itself? According to historian Jake Lundberg, the poem is both an explication of the promise of America and an exhortation to persevere on behalf of the country. It's a call to action that has resonated with Americans throughout history, from the Civil War to the present day. As we reflect on the meaning and significance of the Battle Hymn, we're also reminded of the ongoing struggles and challenges facing our nation. From issues of patriotism and nationalism to debates over how to tell the American story, there are many complex and nuanced conversations taking place across the country. Here at Barbara's Bulletin, we're committed to exploring these topics in a fair and balanced way, seeking out diverse perspectives and insights to help our listeners better understand the world around them. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Barbara's Bulletin. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. We're continuing our discussion on the latest developments in Australian politics. Today, we're focusing on the rising popularity of One Nation and its implications for the country's political landscape. According to recent polls, One Nation is gaining momentum, with some surveys showing the party just above Labour on first preference votes. This shift in public opinion has sparked concerns among politicians and pundits alike. Social Services Minister Tanya Plibersek acknowledged the trend, stating that the government gets the message and is committed to delivering big changes. However, not everyone is convinced that One Nation's surge is a positive development. Liberal MP Andrew Hastie labeled party leader Pauline Hanson as MAGA first, implying that her policies are more aligned with American interests than Australian values. Meanwhile, former Nationals leader David Littleproud attributed the polls to Australians feeling desperate and doing it tough. In response to the controversy surrounding Victorian Premier Jacinta Allen's mobile billboards, which some deemed sexist and inappropriate, Hanson told Sky News that Allen should suck it up, sweetheart. This exchange highlights the increasingly divisive rhetoric in Australian politics. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese addressed the nation's populist moment during a King's Birthday press conference, emphasizing the need for social cohesion and patriotism. He also announced plans to reduce overseas migration to 225,000 over the next couple of years, citing economic dislocation as a driving factor behind voters' anger. As we navigate this complex and ever-changing landscape, it's essential to consider multiple perspectives and evaluate the evidence. One Nation's rise may be a symptom of deeper issues within Australian society, and it's crucial that policymakers respond thoughtfully to address the concerns of all citizens. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. As we wrap up today's show, I want to bring to your attention a developing story in the Middle East that has significant implications for global shipping and energy markets. Yemen's Iran-backed Houthis have threatened to ban Israeli maritime navigation in the Red Sea, adding to the challenges faced by global shipping through the region during the ongoing Iran war. According to reports, the Houthis have launched an attack on Israel and enacted a total ban on Israeli shipping in the Red Sea, warning of further escalation. This move has raised concerns among energy markets, as the Red Sea is a crucial shipping lane that has become the main alternative outlet for millions of barrels per day of Middle East oil sent by pipeline, bypassing the Gulf. The Houthis had previously disrupted shipping in 2023 to 2025 in solidarity with the Palestinians, but had largely stayed out of the wider Middle East war that began with U.S.-Israeli attacks on Iran in February this year. However, their latest announcement has sparked worries that they may target ships with no direct link to Israel, causing a wider impact on global shipping. Shipping sources have warned that the action could cause every ship to think carefully about transiting the Red Sea, and some companies may opt to divert around Africa to avoid the risk. Red Sea war risk insurance rates are being closely watched, and any sustained threat to Red Sea shipping could have significant consequences for global energy markets. It's essential to note that this is a complex and evolving situation, and we will continue to monitor developments and provide updates as more information becomes available. As always, we strive to bring you balanced and unbiased reporting, and we encourage our listeners to stay informed and engaged on this critical issue. That's all for today's Barbara's Bulletin. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay engaged.